So last week, y'all know we had Praise in the Park last week. We had Praise in the Park. I told y'all about this after it was over. She had already left. But last week, we had Praise in the Park. And so Miss Faye was trying to get to Praise in the Park, and she Ubered to Praise in the Park. She Ubered to Oak Grove. She told the Uber driver where she was going. Y'all know how you do Uber. You type in, tell them where you're going. And the Uber driver dropped her off at Lowe's. Yeah, the Uber driver dropped her off down at Lowe's. And for those of y'all who know, Lowe's is still a good little ways. You know, we say Oak Grove Park. Yeah, it's right behind Lowe's, but it ain't right behind Lowe's. You know, it's still probably at least a good mile and a half. You know, I don't know. It's a good little ways behind Lowe's. So the Uber driver dropped her off at Lowe's and said, you know, basically, this the end of your ride. She said, you know, obviously, well, this not the park. He said, well, this where you got to get out at. He was kind of rude to her, you know, and so he made her get out the car, and Miss Faye didn't let that stop her. So Miss Faye started walking down the road. She put in rest of the way in her GPS and started making her way to Oak Grove Park. And she was honest with me. She said, look, when I started getting halfway, you know, I started to get a little weary. You know, she started getting a little weary because, you know, it's a nice little walk. And then she started wondering, is she really going the right way and things of that nature? And then how many of y'all know only at the mountain, we had a beautiful partner who was on the way to Oak Grove Park and pulled over and asked her where she was going and gave her a ride the rest of the way to Oak Grove Park. So not only did Miss Faye walk around the lake with us and prayed and worship God with us, but she got her some extra walk-in on the way to Lowe's. And so what I want y'all to do, y'all know how we do it. Normally we do it before we call the person up, but I want y'all to get your best seed that you can get. Y'all know how we do it here at the Mount. I want you to dig down, don't just go right to the top of your pocket. I want you to dig all the way down to where your money fold at. And I want you to give your best seed. And I'm going to start mine off. And we're going to bless Miss Faye today.
Miss Faye said, what are they doing back?
We're going to bless Miss Faye. Because here's the thing. We're going to bless Miss Faye because how many of y'all know God honors your sacrifice? God honors your sacrifice. And Miss Faye could have got deterred. Yeah, you can give online. If you give online, just put seed for Miss Faye. Put seed for Miss Faye. If you want to give online, put seed for Miss Faye. But God honors your sacrifice, and I believe Miss Faye could have got deterred when the Uber driver dropped her off. But we gonna show her that God honors her sacrifice and her push for being with us on Praise in the Park. They say they love you, Miss Faye. She said she love you too.